It's election day, midterm election day in the United States. To all of our friends down there, I hope you're going out and voting. It's important, you know. Hopefully, your vote can do something. It's kind of like winning the lottery when you kind of get what you want out of there. But I'm not talking about the vote. The NBA is taking the day off for that particular reason. We'll talk about that a little bit. I wanted to start with the Canucks. They're in Ottawa today. So Jim Rutherford, the GM of the Canucks, he made some statements today just addressing, I have a feeling that he talks about he addresses the media every now and then, So Jim Rutherford addressed the media. He told them that he wasn't a huge fan of, I'm paraphrasing, he was disappointed with how the preseason training camp rather, and how the Canucks obviously have been playing so far. They only have 9 points in, I believe, 13 games. They're playing Ottawa tonight. So this was a indirect kind of reference to how the coaching has been, how Bruce Boudreau has been doing. So you could say Rutherford was putting Boudreau under the bus. Again, let's just relax. Let's take this all in. Let's look at this with some perspective. The Canucks are not out of trouble, even if they can pull off a few wins. I do think there's a lot of improvements that they can have if they can win 3 out of their next 5 games, or maybe even 4 out of their next 7. They're going to be back into the hunt. They have 9 points. They're only 3 behind Calgary, who has 12 points, and they are in the second wild card spot right now. So if they can get a couple points, maybe even just one from Ottawa tonight, that'd be huge. So I really don't think that we need to be worried about Boudreau. There was a lot of concern at the beginning of the season. The team was 0-5-2. Obviously, it looks terrible. Nobody knew where he was going. I do think that a lot of the forthcoming success is going to be able to help us get a little bit more of an idea on what the Canucks are going to do. Are they going to get rid of him? Either way, I think it's fine. It's way too early to predict. It's way too early to tell. A lot of the some teams are looking really good right now. They're on kind of a roll to start the season. As expected, that can happen. Any team can have a good start to the season. Any team can have a bad finish to the season, or vice versa. New Jersey, Calgary, they're playing today, so we're going to be taking a look at that game very closely. At least the Canucks will be. But teams like New Jersey and Buffalo and Detroit, there's a lot of teams that have had good starts. Seattle, they're probably not going to finish this at this pace anyway. I don't think they're going to be as hard playing, as assiduous, as resourceful as far as getting points are concerned. I mean, these teams are on complete rolls. Detroit's second in the Atlantic. Seattle's second in the Pacific. You can start off this great, but you're not necessarily going to finish, and that's what really matters. Nobody can predict the end of the playoffs right now. So the Canucks are totally in the hunt, I think. They're capable of turning things around just like they did towards the end of last season. So let's just relax. Let's see what they got. There is some conflict, though, for sure, going on internally with the Canucks. And you can kind of tell just from how they've been performing. It's a letdown for us. It's a letdown for the city. It's too bad. But let's just hope that they finish the season completely antithetical to how they started the season. We'll be able to tell. So don't lose your heads. It's November, okay? Let's look at the situation in January. So the NBA is like I mentioned, a lot of people are losing their heads around some of the NBA teams. We don't know what's going to happen to them. We don't know where they're going. Some of the teams like the Nets and the Lakers and the Warriors, they're struggling, but let's just chill, okay? Let's just chill. Let's take a step back. But not in the sense that we should take the entire day off, because that's happening already, thanks to midterm elections. But, it would have been nice to maybe have, the Raptors play today, We'll have the Raptors play against whatever team in the NBA has the least amount of Americans on it. Those two teams should play every single time we do this. Actually, it's probably going to happen again. And that's my only big issue with this. It's just a marketing ploy. That's really what it is. They want to be recognized for doing something great when you think that it's the team, it's the players, it's management. It's not. It's really just the league's marketing team, their PR campaigns. They have more control than anybody because they're going to management and saying, "Hey, we got this great idea. Let's just cancel the entire season. Let's just cancel the entire day so that we can reflect, We can reflect on how important it is to vote at the midterm elections." So I think if you were going to vote, if you care about the election, you were going to do it whether basketball is on TV or not. It's innocuous now. I don't think this is revolutionary.